He would always tell me when we'd wake up in the mornings and I'll be like, oh, I don't know if I want to go today. He's like, Adrian, wake up. He's like, sleep is for the rich people.
Did you know SD Bullion is giving away a monster box of 2023 Silver Eagles? Sign up today at sdbullion.com/sweepstakes.
So I'm over here at Harry's Coin Shop enjoying my coffee, and we're just sitting down. We're chatting, having a good time. And Harry said that Adrian has quite the rags to riches story. Is that right?
Maybe not rags, but very, very modest beginnings, very impressive. The things he accomplished as really a teenager are things that people in their 40s still dream about. Adrian was driving a Mercedes-Benz at 19.
How did it all start, Adrian?
So since I was a little kid, I always, I like following my dad around and just seeing what he was doing. My dad's been a very hard worker since I can remember, and still is. And for me, it was always, I wanted to do what my dad was doing. So at around age 6, I was able to go around and follow him around, and we used to work doing maintenance and cleaning, cleanups, and it was always something that I learned from my dad, just to work and have a good work ethic.
So at 6 years old, you were out there
6 years
hustling.
old, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
Did
yeah.
you get it? You have photos?
I have a picture. Yeah, I mean, it's just when we'd stop and get lunch.
Wow, look at that. Is that your dad?
Yeah, that's my dad, Felipe, and myself, and my mom used to kind of color coordinate us with our work clothes. I used to deliver furniture with my dad. He used to manufacture furniture, sell furniture. It was always something, always doing something to, make things work. I'll tell you the kind of guy my dad is. He told my mom that one day she would be able to have whatever house she wanted, right? So my dad bought the plot of land and built the house of my mom's dreams on that plot, and that's where they live now.
Wow.
And just stuff like that. He's like, he bought the land and then he paid for the house to be built. It's just those things like that. And it's when sometimes people say, oh, you're lucky, or oh, he was lucky. No, this guy worked three jobs, 3.5 jobs, I would say, to do something like that. So just those little things that I look at pictures like that, and it just reminds me and motivates me. It taught me the value of a dollar. It's which I think is really important nowadays when things just seem to be given out at times. And my dad, he opened up a bank account for me, and I would put my money away, and that's how I was able to buy my first car. Since I was 6 years old, I just put my money away, and my dad would just help me put it aside and say, hey, this is how you this is how you manage your money, type of thing. And there's a story I think I've told Harry. There was when the PlayStation 1 came out, I was like all excited about it, and we went to the store to buy it, and I was like, hey Dad, like I want to buy that. He was like, okay, good, like let's buy it. So I'm like, what, really? Like this never happens, right? Like it was always, you gotta do this, you gotta do that. So we buy it, come home, and he's like, okay. He's like, you're not gonna open and play with this until you completely pay it off.
Oh,
and
wow.
I was like, what? He was like, yeah. I was like, okay. So until the day I paid off, it was like $100 or something like that. But it's just what it teaches you. It's I'm no expert, I'm no guru, but I think just those little things made a difference in my life to learn how to work for something and know that if you put the effort into something, you'll be able to grow it into whatever you want.
Yeah, so it's more like learning how to save, learning how to manage your money, and not really buying things on credit because you had to pay it off before you could even play with it.
Oh, yeah. When I was going to buy my first car, that was the thing. I wanted I think it was a Shelby. I wanted a brand new Shelby, and my dad's like, you got money for that? I'm like, well, I could finance it. He's like, no. It's just, if you don't have the money to buy something, pay for it in full, you can't afford it. That's helped me quite a bit. He says, if you have to finance something, you really got to think about it if you can afford it. And so people, the only way I can get a car is if I finance it. It's like, well, to get the car that you want, not the car that you need.
If I could interject something that Adrian told me about his dad that it resonated with me, and I'm way beyond being a young man. His father was a very hardworking young man in Mexico. And when he came to America, he found out, in his point of view, that, wait a minute, all I have to do is work hard? Because I'm already doing that. I can just come here and work hard and make it. But think of that. Think of how simple that is, and yet how many don't do it.
Right.
All I have to do is work hard. That's the message.
He would always tell me when we'd wake up in the mornings, and I'll be like, oh, I don't know if I want to go today. He's like, Adrian, wake up. He's like, sleep is for the rich people.
Get up and go to work.
And one thing my dad always tells me, and I always remember this, he's always like, hey, I came here with nothing. You know, he came here picking strawberries and, you know, just doing what he had to do. And, you know, he said, if I did all this, he owns properties now, and, you know, he's paid for everything with his hard work. You know, he's never taken a handout. And he's like, hey, if I got to this here in life, you better outdo me by 2 or 3 times what I did. So when I was a kid, I started working with my dad, you know, doing maintenance, cleaning, and so on. And I was always into cars. So I got my first job at Ford when I was 16 years old, selling Mustangs, like my first official job. Because I used to work plumbing and other trades with my uncles that had different trades. So I could do plumbing, construction, you know, just, I'm a well-rounded Mexican guy, I can say that. And, but I worked at a dealership, and I was their Mustang guy. So whenever somebody would come looking for a Mustang, you know, I was their guy. You know, so here's a 16-year-old Adrian coming up, hey, let me sell you this brand new car, right? For me, it was just, I loved cars. But then, you know, with dealerships, sometimes there's some funny business, and I just didn't like that. From there, I sold a car to somebody that worked at an insurance company. And from there, I was the youngest insurance agent that they hired.
No way.
Yeah. So I started working for that company. I worked there for almost 12 years. So I did that for a while. Always loved coins, always did coins on the side type of thing. And, you know, it's just one job after the other just kept, you know, kind of climbing into the position that I was meant to be in.
I'm sure people are curious, how old are you now, Adrian?
I'm 32.
32?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, we're the same age.
Yeah.
Yeah, right there, right there. That's awesome. Wow.
Yeah.
And now you're working here at Harry's and just crushing it, selling coins online and all the stuff, right?
Yes.
Well, Harry's a pretty good guy to work for, I've heard.
Definitely. It's taught me quite a bit. You know, it's just, you know, this business, its integrity is very fundamental.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's just, you know, Harry's built a great business.
Well, you know, the thing is, too, people don't realize this, but we film these videos before you guys open. So I know Harry's getting here early, and I see him. He's out here vacuuming, he's cleaning, you know, wiping down all the glass and everything. Harry's a hard worker himself. Don't let him fool anyone.
You know what? Aside from my father, I've never seen another hardworking person like Harry. You know, it's my father, Harry. They're always, if you look around, it's probably the cleanest coin shop you've been to.
Yeah, probably.
I'll say that.
Yeah.
And he always make sure everybody's happy, even up to us that work with him. You know, it's like, he makes sure that we're happy. He makes sure that the shop's clean, that the customer, of course, is happy, and, you know, just great guy.
Yeah.
Great guy.
Thanks, Adrian.
Well, and how long have you been here now?
A little over a year and a half.
Okay.
Yeah.
You got your own office. People don't even know that.
Yeah, it's a little work in progress there.
I mean, I don't think it's any secret. This place will eventually be Adrian's. And when I think about the future of Harry's Coin Shop, and it's a successful local coin shop to be sure, but I look at a place like Heritage, and I'm old enough to remember when Steve Ivey had a coin shop of his own, and he used to run ads in Coin World, and now he's co-owner of Heritage, the biggest auction house arguably in the whole world in terms of coins. And I think if people stay tuned for the long haul, they're going to see what Adrian does to this place. It's going to be amazing. With his background, there's no other way.
I'm excited for it.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
I'm happy to be friends with you guys. I mean, this is, honestly, we've done probably, 20, 30 videos? I don't even know. But it's been a lot of fun. I hope people have enjoyed watching it. Let us know down below in the comments if you enjoy the Harry videos and talking to Adrian and the whole crew here. It's a really good story, man.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, and it's, one day we should talk a little more about Harry's story. He's got a great story.
Yeah, we'll have to get that from you one day, Harry.
Maybe.
All right. Thanks for the talk, guys.
Yeah, of course.